My sound button is broken. Now it's working fine. Don't know. Anyway, welcome to Nexus Gaming Series. I'm your host, DB Smiley. A little bit of a new setup here, as I now have an ultra-wide monitor, so I'm trying to figure out how to make that work for the first time. But we have a big match here between gillyshark and Caffeinated Knights. Current standings, both these teams pretty precariously positioned towards the bottom of the standings. Would make the playoffs if the season ended today, both having played 5 matches. Big concern for gillyshark with that 1-2 loss to Phoenix Rising Zircon. So a win here is going to be pretty critical at ensuring these teams can make the playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. You can see we're going to go to Infernal Shrines first. As selected by gillyshark, Calf Knights winning the toss, choosing a first draft pick. Calf Knights going to ban out Cursed and Tomb. Gilly going to ban out Alterac and D-Shire. And so here we are getting set up for this game. I'm just making sure that I have everything I need on my end set up, ready to go. And it's a good thing I checked because there isn't... yeah, there we go. Alright, so jumping into this on Infernal Shrines. Thought we were getting ready to go. Just should be another second here. Nice thing about this ultra-wide monitor setup, though, I can like have a more of a wide angle with the hallway behind me if I want it, like that, or I can make it look nice and cozy with the door behind me. Either way, looks like just making sure everything is set up, hats are in the right place, etc. But yeah, so. Excited for this match, Nexus division, and here we go, jumping into the draft. It is the Shrines, which are most infernal. Here, always a very popular NGS map. I'm running a little hot on the audio. Let's turn me down a teensy bit. Which ultra-wide did I get? I got one of them. AOC? It's 144 hertz, 1440p. So I quite like it. But you can see Cassia is going to be the first ban here. Cassia has been pretty popular this season here in the Nexus Gaming Series. I thought I had loaded in the stats ahead of time, but apparently I had not. There you go. 52% popularity. You know, pretty average win rate, but definitely can make an impact. Medivh going to get banned out. That is something that Calf Knights have shown. Medivh, obviously, is one of his better maps. The ability to kind of just ignore the choke points on the map. And then the Malthael getting banned out, denying an offlaner that gillyshark has used in the past. And there's the Chromie. Chromie has definitely fallen off as the season has worn on from kind of the OP status she was at the beginning. Still, though, 57% win rate, not shabby at all. But definitely that Slowing Sands nerf was A, incredibly fucking needed, and B, has, I think, balanced out Chromie quite a bit. We can see Tychus is going to be the next ban coming in here. And immediately into a double bruiser with a Hogger and a Sonya. Let's take a look at those Hogger stats so far this season. 45% popularity rate, but look at that win rate, 59%. I mean, that's just insane. Sonya, of course, also has been very dominant this season. Now, that's a bit of a risk. I mean, you're grabbing double Bruiser into an already selected Tychus. And neither of these Bruisers can be like a main tank, so you would expect to still see another frontliner. There you see the Diva, which is going to give a bit of shrine control. That Bomb's certainly a great zoning tool. And the Joanna as the tank, coming in from Osmanthus. Hanzo going to be banned out. Now, this is an interesting map for Hanzo. He can be incredibly strong on this map post 16. Before 16, he can really struggle on this map. That said, this map does tend to go to that post 16 fight, but see Hanzo not really pulling full weight. Only a 44% win rate. It is a high skill cap hero. High skill floor, high skill ceiling though. And there's the Mei. Mei has just been, at times, oppressive this season. If you look at it, Mei's actually, right now, the highest win rate hero outside of TLV, which is kind of brittle due to a lack of play. 55%, or 51, only a 51% win rate here in NGS. There's the Deckard Kane. Deckard, always a good healer on this map, because of the ability to just set down potions and have that be kind of on-demand healing later. Kaimo is going to be jumping onto that Deckard, and then we have Stark on Mephisto. Mephisto has been a lot more popular this season than in the past. At least anecdotally, I can say that. 60% win rate, so good reason for it. There is the Stukov coming out from Harborum, as well as the Kael'thas. Kael'thas, of course, always good on this map. Stukov, the most popular healer in NGS right now, 65% popularity rate. Only a 47% win rate, though, despite that. Stukov, I think, is frankly overplayed right now. Stukov can easily be punished by fast bursty damage or just any mobility whatsoever. So it's a riskier pick than I think people give it credit for. That's not to at all say Stukov is bad, but I do think he is picked in situations often where I don't think he'll get the most value. And if I'm completely honest, the Sonya and the Hogger make me fear a bit for that Stukov pick. We'll see if gillyshark is able to get on top of that Stukov. They do have the Diva and the Joe repeals as we get set up here for game number 1. So we'll see if they can keep Stukov safe in the back. He can maybe find some root combos. Should be good. That said, that Diablo definitely worries me. It's going to really be mostly about, though, enabling this Tychus. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and jump into the game. And on the left side, it is going to be gillyshark. Go ahead and introduce them. We're going to have Kaimo on the Deckard, Chest Looter on the Sonya, Veggies on Diablo, Stark on Mephisto, and Zergy Monster doing that little Hogger dance, which that dance is great, frankly. On the right side, Calf Knights, we're going to have Stukov being played by Harborum on that Crab, Osmanthus on Joanna, Arc on Diva, Love Dart on Kael'thas, and Gray Color is going to be on the Tychus. And what a wonderful Tychus skin. Is that the... The question is that the Shorts Tychus, or is that the Speedo Tychus? I think it's Speedo Tychus. Hard to tell, he's moving around. We need to answer these important questions. While we do, we can, yeah, that's Speedo Tychus. Oh, yeah. Taking a look now, you can see it is a Sapphire. Going to be the first choice coming out from the Deckard. Diablo, going to go with the Devil's Due, so a lot of self-sustain potentially there. Otherwise, pretty standard talents. Kel'Thas going with that mana shield. Reactive ballista spores coming out from Stukov to try to deal with any kind of burst engage. Diva and Sonya going to do their little lane dance. Sonya with that slam build, which is so strong right now. Grey Color has started onto this siege camp. Team going to come out, throw out some help here. Joe just trying to find the members of Gilly. We got Kaimo rotating very safe at the moment. Gilly checks the bottom camp. Doesn't see anyone on it. They're actually putting Hogger up into this top bruiser camp early. So a bit of an interesting wrinkle here. That will give up the siege camp in the bottom, certainly. But mayhaps they can get more value up top with that bruiser camp. We shall see. Take a look at talents again once level 4 comes back around. So far, no real... the only two people even really seeing each other are Sonya and Diva. Everyone else playing pretty far back, pretty far safe. Rotation now coming down. Here comes the aggressive invade from Calf Knights. They say, look, if you're not going to take it, eventually we are. As now Veggies is in a bit of an awkward spot here, and Veggies does go down and spreads the living bomb to Hogger. Hogger trying to find those rubies to stay alive and does manage to unstoppable out of there. But not really able to find anything. Tries to get some damage here onto Kel'Thas. Calf Knights does draw first blood. It's like that skull build coming out from Mephisto. It is a Sapphire and a Ruby, and that's always can be a good combo. You start with the Sapphire to support the engage. Can very much support the Sonya, just slowing a target, letting Sonya stand on top of them with a Whirlwind, with slams as well. And then you have the Ruby for follow-up heals later, which is all with the kind of triple front line they have. Even Mephisto can actually dive in. Those rubies could get potentially a lot of value. On the other side, vigorous reuptake coming out from Stukov. Here comes the root. They're looking for it. They catch 3. Diablo, though, is going to drop before a potion can land. And so that is the second kill for Calf Knights here. And despite what looked like a good opportunity, not really able to make anything happen here. We'll take a quick look at the replay. You can see that they wanted to move in. You see Diablo go for the charge, doesn't quite get the wall bang. And you can see that big Stukov CC combo, the root, not enough to peel him out. And down goes Diablo. And actually, Mortar Punisher has been put into this top lane now by Calf Knights. And it, frankly, as quickly as it got to the wall, this is a fort going down. So very rapid start here from Calf Knights. I mean, that Punisher is still healthy, too. What are they going to do with this? It looks like they might try to run down and shove in, maybe get mid-wall as well. Sonya and Hogger are here. Nobody's soaking in the bot right now, though. For gillyshark. And now backing up. They got most of that front wall. Didn't quite finish that mid turret, but they're not too far away. Now they're going to go ahead and start on their siege camp. What does Gilly want to do? As yet, only 2 kills, but that half a level XP lead going to make a big difference. Hogger going to try to look for the good angle there to secure the first Khazra. Second one goes down. Looks like, is he going to get this in time? He is not. So Hogger going to have to leave, and Calf Knight's going to walk in and say, hey, thanks for the assist. Just wasn't, not really a commitment by gillyshark to burn that down. And then not really a commitment to dismount the members of Calf Knights moving in. And so Calf Knights just walks up and takes it. Now hovering around, they want to paint this map as red as they can. Someone call the band Chevelle, because I am seeing red again. That is a fucking dated reference. But I don't care. Chevelle was a good band. It is a good band. I don't know if they're still active. A lot of those bands are still active, and they're just... I don't know. You never know. Like, I think Breaking Benjamin's still going, but I never really liked them that much. All right. Sonya at the moment clearing the top. Both teams have someone on their bruisers. Here comes Calf Knights now pushing in towards the bottom. And just their ability to just continue to posture aggressively here. Paying off in a big way. And gillyshark, not really with the tools yet to punish, but they have the leap. It looks like it's actually going to be a lightning breath. Around the APOC, and oh, with the Hortipult, they managed to catch out Tychus. Now, I think I saw Durance of Hate come out there as well from a kind of a desperate shot to get the Tychus, and you know, that is a cooldown burn, so almost a good pick attempt, but Tychus manages to just walk on out. So they blew 3 ults there and did not find the kill. Here's the sleep. That's going to land on the Kael'thas. Follow-up damage really wasn't there on time. gillyshark, they want to try to make something happen here, but they're playing 2 ults into 5, so they're going to back off. They need to deal with this bruiser camp up in the top lane as well, but with the shrine in the bot lane, this is certainly going to set Caffeinated Knights to get a huge lead here. And Sonya's away clearing top. Are they going to try to go for a desperation here? Maybe they are, and they actually might get Love Dart. They do, so a great Durance into the Lightning Breath. That does even the numbers up at 4v4. And here comes Sonya now. Sonya does have the lead. Can she get on the Tychus in the back? She does. The silence comes out. Sonya trying to kill Osmanthus. By the way, D.Va is still working down these minions. 34, 37 and counting, 38. And here comes the Odin. It's not a question of if Calf Knights gets this objective. It's how much they lose getting it, and they lose D.Va. So despite the kills there, gillyshark not able to secure the shrine because of the lead that Calf Knights was able to get. But still, a couple of signs of life there, and that is what we wanted to see. And so, pushing in, Stukov with the root onto Diablo, but Diablo is, well, Diablo, so it's hard to kill. He is fully stacked on souls. Ooh, kind of bounced off the wall there, trying to shadow charge out. Oh, that is a bad situation. They get the slow onto Deckard, and I don't think Deckard's getting out of this one. He is not. So now here comes the push in. Mephisto jumps in to eat. Oh, but Mephisto was visible behind the wall, and the Pyroblast catches him. Oh, he's going to survive. About 200 health. That was close. Needed to run away to buy time for the heal to heal him up enough. But immediate rotation into Siege Camp, and D.Va working down this mid fort. Calf Knights still in very, very big control of this game. Although they are going to... let's see. They are going to go... Okay, I was about to say they're going to double up mid, maybe? No, they're going to go ahead and go for bot. Gilly right now with everyone in the mid. They're going to send Sonya top to try to get the soak. They're down by about a level, but despite being down 3 forts, they've kind of been able to maintain that. Now the question is, can they make something happen so they don't lose the race to 20? Because with that passive XP, if they don't get a couple of forts at some point, they'll probably lose the race to 20 by about a level and a half, 2 levels, just from that passive XP advantage. Even if both teams soak about the same minions. It's not small. Looks like we got a pause here. Um, looks like we got some lag from someone. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Now Harborim is offering body massages. Let's go ahead and let's just take a look at the state of the game. So right now you can see, I mean, you got a weakened keep wall in bot, healthy keep wall in mid, a slightly weakened keep wall in top. Next objective is mid, where there is a bit of a softened up keep or fort wall here. And so if gillyshark can somehow win the next shrine, then gillyshark could certainly try to make something happen. If they can maybe get a kill, or a couple of kills as well, they could take the mid fort, maybe even mid keep wall, see if they can find their combo, leap into Durance, into Ape, or into Lightning Breath, or sleep into Durance, into Lightning Breath, something like that. We'll kind of see. Is a ref here? I don't know. I'm not a ref, I'm a caster. Okay. All right, we're missing someone. The team's made me a ref for some reason rather than a spectator. Don't know why. Give me 1 sec here. Still no sign of readiness yet. I went ahead and just grabbed a drink. You know what drink that I am quite liking lately? I haven't been really drinking a lot of beer lately. Just, I don't know. I just... Alcohol keeps me awake at night. So even like one beer and I can have insomnia. That actually happened last night. I had a beer on Monday. Just a beer. Like, not much. And it was a bottle. Like, it was 12 ounce. Not like a pint or anything. And I just... fucking couldn't sleep. So I don't know. I'm getting old, I guess. I mean... you know... young 30s, about approaching mid 30s. So... I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I'm just trying to buy time. Apparently, one of the players for Calf Knights, they're hearing sounds in their mic, but they're just like not responding. So, I don't know. You can't see her yet. Just hold on. Oh, he's back. Okay. There is a Chloe kitten. Hi, Chloe. Alright, looks like we're gonna get back into this. Alright. Hopefully next game they don't make me ref. Alright. Here we go. Red team has destroyed a fort. Siege Camp just walks up and takes the mid fort. Looks like Calf Knights seeing the members of gillyshark top. They're gonna at least push in this bottom. No real camps available on the bottom half of this map right now. Bruiser camps are being taken by both teams. Pretty safe rotation here from Calf Knights. It is the mid shrine coming up, and this will be the Arcane Punisher. We shall see. I like this hold. They have good vision around the camp. Also, they recognize that the members of gillyshark were bot. Excuse me, had to sneeze there and didn't want to sneeze all over the mic. Of course, me telling you I'm sneezing probably still makes this disgusting. Whatever. Level 16 is here for Calf Knights. They haven't really done anything with the 16 yet. And they're kind of giving gillyshark a chance to get 16 before the shrine. They didn't really pressure anything. Now starting to look to want to do so. But perhaps a little late. 16 now coming in. Here come the locks. We have a full W build coming out from Diablo. Full skull build coming out from Mephisto. Here we go now. Both teams moving in. If gillyshark's going to make something happen, they need to do it now. And here comes the engage. Looks like they get a nice grouping there, but the stun onto Sonya really prevents her from doing anything. And, you know, Hardroom's going to go down to the lightning breath, but that's going to be... He dies. Hogger dies. I'd be surprised if Deckard does not die. Durance comes out, but I now wouldn't be surprised if... Ooh, but Tychus trade. But down goes Mephisto, and so Diablo's back up at clearing the top lane because of the catapults. This is Calf Knight's Punisher. Only 3 people to push with this. It is the Arcane Punisher, which will do a lot of damage. But they're going to need to get some siege if they want to get this keep down. Samantha steps up there. Diablo wanted the flip into the push. Didn't quite get it because of the iron skin. Punisher jumps on to couple in the back. Keep is low, but it hasn't fallen yet. Durance, though, has been used and did not find the root. So all that good damage, not really able to find a finish. They are going to leave this Punisher behind. Is he going to be able to kill? No, the keep is still standing. Or is it? No, it goes down. That last little bit. Wow, that was a little crazy. But now, both teams facing off. Are we going to get a fight here? There's this big push coming down, a couple of katas. And I think Gilly's going to have to deal with it. Let's take a look at that silly little... Oh, no, we're going to get a fight actually here over the bottom. They are going to ignore these 2 catapults and the siege pushing mid. They're trying to lock down the Joe. Always easier said than done. The Durance does land onto Kael'thas. There comes the sleep to try to isolate. It is Hogger who's the first to fall, but Chest Looter does secure a couple kills. Cannot get out from under towers, however. So that's 2 for 2 kills at the moment. Diva getting flipped by Diablo, but the bomb is active, so that's not necessarily the target you want to focus. Stukov root combo onto Diablo with the Tychus. That might be enough to secure the kill. Nah, Tychus still with 1,000 health. You gotta remember, you know, as fast as that bar can fall when Tychus is on it, at the end of the day, still got some pretty big damage. Tychus, of course, did go bigger they are as well, so finish potential is a bit of a question. Meanwhile, though, this keep is taking a lot of damage, and the core now going to start taking some damage. gillyshark going to need to clean that up. So despite the even trade on kills, you definitely think that favors Calf Knights at this point in the game, as now they have almost a full 2-level lead. As the hard engage to kill the Kael'thas under tower results in 2 deaths. And I like this play. Go ahead and get the siege in the bot lane. Because this bot lane is now so very vulnerable, this has to force a response from gillyshark. And you can look to pick up the other camps, including the mid-siege camp, while you're dealing with that. That said, pretty safe play coming out here from Caffeinated. They're not really trying to push a 20 advantage here, a 20 fight. And I'm kind of surprised by that decision. So Gilly's been able to kind of sit back, clear the pushed lanes, and they've closed that gap from about 2 levels to about 1. And almost with level 20 here, and they should easily be able to get it before the next shrine. So I don't know. I think I would have liked to have seen Caffeinated maybe try to force something, maybe try to force that bot keep down. They do have macro all over the map. That is true. Gilly's going to have to clean that. But there is potential for an even 20 fight here. That's not really the way you typically want to allow the enemy team to take a fight. Veggie spots out the Joe, wants to get onto the flank, but flank a bit telegraphed. Sonya now stepping up on his run. It's 20-0. Looking now at the bush, and yeah, just a straight disengage. I like this patience here from Caffeinated. They recognize they have a huge advantage. Stark once again with that Durance kind of fishing for something, but really sight unseen. It was kind of a desperate move. Maybe they need some desperation though right now. That said, oh, the big silence gonna connect onto 3, and Zergy is gonna go down. Deckard's sleep gonna immediately get interrupted. The living bomb with the flame strike on the chest looter, gonna force back the members of gillyshark. And by the way, I mean, they've lost all of their keeps now, and there is camps and katas all over the core. Mephisto goes down on the retreat, and that will be the game. So, you know, they played the macro well. Yeah, they didn't take a fight before 20, but I think ultimately they recognized the situation where, look, we have such a macro advantage that they can just dive in 1,000 paper cuts. We don't even need the Punisher. And in fact, they're going to kill the core well before the Punisher gets there. So, well done to the members of Caffeinated Knights. That was frankly a pretty convincing win, in my opinion, on game number 1. Well, with that, Caffeinated takes game number 1. You can see, you know, Stark did a lot of damage on that Mephisto, but just having a hard time getting those finishes. And the Kael'thas really punishing that triple melee, enough AoE damage to really make it hard for gillyshark to invade the way they wanted. But we're going to take a brief break. We'll get set up for game number 2. Pardon me. And we'll be right back. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back everyone. This is Gaming Series TV Smiley here, bringing you map number 2 between gillyshark and Caffeinated Knights. It is going to be Towers of Doom, as selected by Caffeinated Knights, as gillyshark opted for first pick. Just waiting on the confirmation that the members of gillyshark are ready. See. Just checking a couple things real quick.
Towers of Doom.
Alright. Looks like we're going to get into the draft now. Sorry about that. Here we go. Take a gander. Let's see what gets picked here. Gillyshark does have the first choice. Interesting to me that Faustad got through the draft last time. Obviously, the completely broken, bugged as fuck level 1 talent has been banned by NGS. But that said, he's still a good hero in a lot of ways. Mighty Gust, of course, just an incredibly powerful disengage tool. Joe is banned out first by gillyshark. So both teams banning each other's tanks from the last map. Diva going to be denied as well, so keying in on the disruption that Diva provided, as played by Arc in that last game. Take a look here. The Arc, well, was 2-1, now 3-1 on the hero. Tychus gonna get banned out. That was first picked by Calf Knights, so a lot of priority onto the Tychus by then, but Stark is gonna be able to get Medivh here. With all the choke points on this map, Medivh definitely can get some value. Take a gander here. Actually, Stark has not played Medivh yet this season.
Our world is worth fighting for.
But there is that May, and there's that Falstad. Take a quick look here.
We will forge a great destiny.
Falstad currently 51% win rate. There is Varian, and there is Malthael. So I believe both the Medivh and the Malthael were banned out by Calf Knights in the 1-2 bans the last time through. So maybe Gilly, if they're able to get onto some of their comfort picks here, can make something happen. Let's take a quick gander at something here. Let's see. Zergy, actually only sitting at 2-4 on the Malthael this season. There is the Kel'Thas banned out. So interesting that they banned out the two assassins they picked on the side of Calf Knights. Especially when there's already two melee on the other team. Uther is going to be the deny. Uther, a strong pick. I think he's the third highest win rate healer. He's the third most popular healer right now in NGS. Albeit, he often does get played as a tank. But 59% win rate, nothing to sneeze at. And I have been sneezing all night. There is the Sonya, and there is the Lucio. Lucio being grabbed here by Harbor. Let's take a quick look. Hasn't played it yet this season, but there comes the Tyrande out from Kaimo. 0-1 on the hero so far this season. Chessluder going to jump onto Greymane. So a bit more of a standard comp here. Well, I say standard. This is kind of a gadget comp in the sense that they're very one-dimensional in how they want to get kills. But this does have a lot of emphasis on kill getting. That said, here comes the Alarak, which it's going to definitely put pressure on Tyrande's positioning. She's going to have to be very careful, as well as the displacement away from the Medivh portal could be a bit of a risk factor. It's not, with the Medivh, it's not worrying me too much, if I'm completely honest. I actually, on paper, I like Gilly's draft better in this situation, I think. Yeah, I guess they were planning that Alarak now, maybe. Now they think about the Kel'Thas ban, the ability to just pretty much one-shot Falstad, as well as the extra melee putting pressure. As I'm still just getting a couple things squared away here. But let's go ahead and introduce the teams once again on the left side. It is going to be gillyshark looking to get us to a game 3. It's going to be Kaimo on Tyrande. Chessluder on the Greymane. Veggie's going to be playing Variant. Stark on the Medivh. Zergy Monster on Malthael. And on the right side, looking to find the domination, it is Caffeinated Knights. We got Harbrim on Lucio, Osmanthus on May, Arc on Sonya, Grey Color on the Alarak, and Love Dart on the Falstad. Level 1. Alarak has actually not picked level 1 yet. Hey, if you bet money on the first owl hitting May, congrats, you win. Here we go. Focus on the bot lane, but not really an aggressive focus. Now, of course, recognizing that before level 4, there's a pretty significant disadvantage on the side of gillyshark due to not really having a real tank. Malthael, gonna have that on a pale horse, though. Should be able to double lane. Medivh helping out a little bit with the portal. Keeping vision of the rotations of the ganks. Medivh is actually currently in the mid, making sure to not miss any of the soak, since Malthael needs a bit of time to catch up in the top, but that's going to lead to Calf Knights invading this sapper camp here. Medivh just going to throw some arcane rifts over the wall, just get a couple stacks. Up to 6. Of course, Master's Touch, very, very important to finish. Do not want to get reset. Malthael still clearing the top lane. Sonya doing some good double soak at the moment. And second Sapper Camp about to get picked up here by Calf Knights. So, a lot of patience here from Gilly, but now they have level 4. Expect to see them get a lot more aggressive now that they have Taunt in play. And possibly looking at this Falstad. Falstad, though, does have the barrel roll to be able to walk away. Here comes the Taunt. Throwing it on to May just to let Lunara grab a stacky stack. Just a little bit of a sticky stack. Stackity stacky poo. A stackerino. I don't have any more stupid names for stack. Here comes the... Ooh. That did not work out for Varian. The Alun's Chosen coming out, trying to get Veggies out of there, and good heals there by Kaimo. But yeah, I mean, that is... I love that the very first time the portal in occurred, that there was already a very clear plan of how Calf Knights wanted to attack it. And they did so effectively. Here comes the portal. They're not going to run through it. They did maybe manage to catch out Medivh here. Oh, Medivh's going to get stunned, and that's going to be an early reset. But that said, Falstad goes down, and Harbrim is very low. A good taunt here could absolutely secure a kill. Not even a good taunt. Just a Lion's Maw going to be enough. And so this should actually give a little bit of an early game edge here over to gillyshark, getting the 2 kills in exchange for the 1. That's if Falstad could fly in, make this competitive. May is going to throw out the 1 interrupt. Tron starting to channel again. Doesn't look like any interrupt, though, coming in this time. Tronda mounts up. We do see the spell armor coming out for Tronda. Heal. Calorie resistance. Meanwhile, the solo lane battle continues pretty unabated. Oh, here comes the engage. Looking to get onto this May. Good knockback. And yeah, they got that double displacement with the Lucio and the Alarak to kind of push people into May stun, but also push them away from Medivh portal. And I think that that second part in particular is going to have an impact at some point in this game. Almost had an impact earlier. Not quite. Medivh gonna just drop a quick portal, pop up into bird form. Doing a little Portlandia, putting a bird on it. Sapper's gonna be grabbed here. This is an aggressive portal in. The taunt there onto Lucio. There's the Elun's Chosen, but May is gonna get a stun onto the point, and that's gonna enable Maltheo to get killed. And so a short-handed kill is gonna turn into another as Chest Looter has absolutely nowhere to go. Is Varian gonna go down? If Lucio can get the wall ride, they don't get the boot back into the stun, so Varian does get away. But a couple of kills there. Varian went in with the Medivh portal really before the rest of the team was in position, and you know, it enabled, even though technically it was a 5v4, it enabled them to focus down the Malthael and the Varian quickly on the side of Caff Knights, and that's going to translate into 8 shots onto the gillyshark core. Here they come. Bang, bang. Now level 10's here. It is the ice wall coming out from May. This is a precarious position. If she gets the ice wall, hits 2. Falstad gonna go with the separation gust here potentially. No, not even need. Oh, did manage to sneak out through the portal. Did Tyrande? Maybe could have actually used the gust to push Tyrande away, but still managed to kill the Varian. And that could enable a push onto this bottom objective. 4v3 at the moment. Wave gets cleaned up. May did take a couple power shots there, but this structure is falling, and I don't see Gilly making any desperate ploy to save. Well, no, here comes the ley line. But can they really do anything with it? I mean, that's the issue. Without a tank, it's questionable. And actually, I should note, it is a Shadow Stalk rather than a Starfall. And I actually think with the ley line, that Starfall could be pretty valuable, frankly.
Once more, the altars rise from the depths.
So the bottom structure has now been converted. Next objective is top 2. And it looks like they're going to leave Greymane down to clear, but some Sapper's going to get grabbed. Greymane could get rotated on here. No, Greymane is backing up. But these Sappers are going to demand a reaction. Unless... Yeah, they're not really doing anything to disrupt the top, and gillyshark didn't really have anyone on the right to channel, so they can still trade shots up here and find 3 shots down below. Greymane is going to try to clean that up with the... Got one of the Sappers. Mighty Gust comes out, though, to push the other 2 in. So it's a net 2-shot benefit. Excuse me, a net 3-shot benefit because of the... Or no, net 4. Because it was 3 to 5 on the channel. So net 4-shot benefit in favor of Caff Knights. So they are now up by 8. That portal is once again trapped with the Varian kind of popped in. This is a ley line. The shrine's still active, but oh boy, that is a risky position here for Maltheo. Maltheo actually going back in to try to get the sustain, but now just having to walk away from this. At least they did manage to walk. Oh, but Maltheo tries to mount a little too close, and Tyrande's not getting out either. So that is another couple of kills here coming out from Caff Knights, and they are in position. I mean, I you know, they're looking good right now. They're starting to look like they have. They're actually going for that Varian. They're just so aggressive with these kills, but they're finding them. They're finding them actually very effectively. And so this has been a pretty dominant showing by Caff Knights, using all these displacement tools they have very, very well. I mean, Sonya's the only one on this team without some form of displacement. Next objective is in the bot. Falstad looking like he's going to be able to get a pretty free channel here. I mean, Tyrande can throw an owl out, but that's only going to delay the inevitable by a couple seconds at most. So not even actually doing that. So that is another 5 shots. It is 13 to 29. Here comes the ley line. Catching onto Lucio. Taunt there. Tries to get onto the Alarak. But follow-up damage really wasn't there. It just doesn't seem like gillyshark's entirely on the same page when they go for these kinds of combos. And so the bottom keep is still red. And now Medivh throwing out a portal, but nobody really wanting to step through it at this point. And they're not really making any progress on reconverting this bottom tower. And now with Sonya down here, it's going to be sappers coming in as well. Malphite going to try to get some soak, but it is 16 to 14. This is going to be tough. It's going to be really tough for Gilly to reconvert this bottom. They do manage to stop sappers from going in there. Oh, no. I take that back. I thought they had killed the sappers, but I missed it. So all 3 go in. So this is very, very potentially lethal here. This is very, very potentially lethal. If gillyshark gets 2 channels, excuse me, if Caffeinated Knights gets 2 channels in this situation, the game will end. And I think recognizing that, they're going to seed the bottom and try to make sure that they cap the top right. They do it. They are going to... Oh, Sonya has the leap. So, not going to die here. Oh, but here come the members of Caffeinated Knights. They're not ready to give up their win just yet. They're going to fight short-handed 4v5. Now Falstad does finally come up. Osmanthus, though, is rather low. Is the last right's going to secure the kill? It does. Looked like actually maybe it was the owl that secured the true last touch. So gillyshark should get a chance to prolong the game a little bit, but not much. I mean, all 3 of those sappers going in, they have to take boss at this point because they can't really afford to leave it up here if they're going to go up top side or up down bot side on the map to reconvert a tower, which has to be their highest priority. So they are going to take this boss. It's going to make it 2 to 19, but that is a high score to play against with only 2 health on your core. They have to now reconvert this bottom. Sapper camp up in a minute and left 30 seconds. So they really can't afford to let any sappers get grabbed in the bottom while that tower is not converted. That said, they certainly have a golden opportunity to do that right now. But they're looking for picks. I'm not entirely sure what their thought process is here. Yeah, their sappers are up in 6. Sonya, meanwhile, is pushing in the top. So this is actually now a pretty big threat. And now, not really doing anything in bot is gillyshark. They're now going to try to run top and at least stop these... well, the sappers have died onto the structure. Are they maybe going to look for a fight up here? No, now they're heading back down. It's not entirely clear what the call is in this situation. You know, you see in Caff Knights, they're moving up top, they're pressuring that top structure, they don't get it, they immediately run down. They look for the sapper camp, and all this while, Gilly is up here, I guess, looking for them. But this is... They're going to portal in. Here comes the ley line. They only managed to catch 1, though. Ice Wall in a bit of an awkward spot. There's the triple stun with the Sonya leap follow. That's the first kill. Are they going to find another? Falstad's actually low. Protected, by the way, onto the Malphite, who does manage to get back through the portal. But now it is Varian who's going to get stunned. Drops protected, by the way. Still surviving through all of this. Gray color trying to get that channel, which would end the game. There's another ley line coming out here. Malphite just trying to kind of 1v3, but not able to stay alive through it. Stark goes down, and that will be the game. So, dominant showing here by Caffeinated Knights. And they will get the domination victory to show for it. Caff Knights win this series 2-0. Alright, well with that, Caff Knights looking good. Big kill count lead, 12-3. Gillyshark gonna have to probably go back to the drawing board after that one. But with that, we're gonna see if we can do an interview with one of the members of Calf Knights, one or two of the members. So we'll be right back, everyone. Stay tuned. Thank you all very much for watching. Alright, welcome back in our next gaming series. DB Smiley here. I am joined by the off-laner for Caffeinated Knights. Ark, how you guys feeling after that domination victory?
We're pumped for sure. We were relatively anxious going into this game because Gillysharks is a team we've faced before, and they've beat us multiple times, and they helped us grow significantly. And Nexus Division this year has also been quite a ride, so we're excited to get this domination and start moving up.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, this division, I'm pulling up the standings right now. You guys now moving up into a tie, 4th through 6th place with 9 points. Very competitive, though. I mean, first place only has 10 points, 6th place has 9. So,
Wow. Yeah.
that's a really tight grouping there. I mean, what has this, has this division in your mind been as competitive as it looks from someone who's just looking at the standings after, hypothetically, like, not casting at all for 2 weeks because real life got in the way? Just hypothetically, of course.
I would say it definitely has been. All the teams we've been facing. I don't even know if it's just this division. We've been screaming teams from other divisions, including teams that are in divisions below us, and they've actually just handed out butts right to us. So I feel like this season is just competitive in general. And like all the teams we face every week, they're always teaching us new things. So this is definitely a tough division to be in.
All right. Well, heading into the series, you guys choosing, or actually not choosing, you chose first pick, ended up on Infernal Shrines. You were facing kind of that triple bruiser comp. Walk me through your team's plan in addressing that triple bruiser with the Mephisto. How do you attack such a comp? How do you defend against such a comp? What was your mindset?
Well, we kind of knew that they liked running triple bruiser. We like to do our research generally, and we've seen them run triple bruiser historically. But our biggest area of attack was the Diablo. We know Veggies is a really strong Diablo player, and the way they draft their comps often is to make sure that the Diablo can do whatever he wants, and that's how we planned, like they normally draft what was it, Diablo, Malthael, Tychus.
Mm.
So they're taking away some of Diablo's biggest weaknesses while also creating a big combo there.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to force, or I guess not necessarily force, but keep veggies on Diablo while we're taking things like Tychus. And since they were running more or less quad front line with Mephisto, we answer that with the Kel'Thas, just because with Hog and Mephisto, it's very hard to control where the bomb is spread
Right.
or not spread the bomb.
Right. Well, it definitely worked well, and it looks like you guys at the end there also kind of had the Exodia in terms of the macro. I mean, you had camps coming in the bottom and top lane where the keeps were. You obviously had the Catas coming in mid, and so you kind of just could stall it out. Now taking us to Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom, you guys picked that map. What was the thought process behind that selection, if I may ask? And feel free to not answer, as some teams like to hide things, but go ahead. Oh, are you still there? Did I lose you?
I think
Oh,
no.
no,
I
there
think
you
at least with Towers, based on our historic plays with gillyshark, as well as what we've seen from them this season, they usually don't like playing towers, and that we figure is a bit of a weakness for them. And that's one of our reasons for taking them there. And we were also still going on with what we were doing previously in terms of attacking what veggies could do. Even in towers, so we're taking. I mean, they banned Johanna for us, which was fine, but we're limiting some of his options and what they could do. And the Medivh choice early was definitely a surprise, but it was a thing. We've faced it enough times now that we kind of have an idea of what we need to be doing.
All right. Well, sorry, my phone has decided that now is noise-making time. Hey, everybody! It's noise-making time! All right, my wife is probably mad at me for that now. Sorry. Anyway, well, with that, congrats on the domination victory, and the floor is yours for shoutouts.
Yeah, first off, I would like to shout out to the whole NGS community. It's always fun to be playing during the season, and even in Storm League, it's nice to be able to recognize some faces and just talk, as well as all the casters like you who are bringing these games to a bigger audience, where it's far more fun to have someone watching us and know that there's something going on. And I want to shout out to the Hot Coffee Bar, the home Discord of Caffeinated Nights. It's an amazing place where a lot of wide range of players come to learn and just play, grow, and have fun. So if you're not in there, you guys should join. And I want to shout out to all my teammates who've been dedicating hours and difficult conversations on improving.
Right.
And shout out to gillysharks for joining us today, and all the advice that you've given us last season.
All right. Well, with that, thank you once again, Ark, for coming by. Thank you to both teams, Caffeinated Knights and Gilly Sharks, for letting me cast. And with that, we will be drawing this evening to a close. Let me go ahead and see who I can kick it to for a raid. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me see who's good here. Not really who's good, but like, I don't want to throw it to someone who's like actively like ending a set. And I got an ad, so that's fun. I can't tell if... Okay, it looks like this game's ongoing. Alright, I'm going to throw a raid. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to go over to Crushinator. Big match, Gobby Legs versus Regen Ghost. Check that out. Thank you all, and take care.